Hi, it's Diana. Hi, it's Diana. So you've received your color match reply. You're ready to place an order, and what do you do now? I know there's a lot of information in that color match response. I just wanted you to be fully prepared for any questions that might come up. There's some troubleshooting guides in there. It's a handy PDF to keep on file, on record, in case you want to reference back if you didn't place a full order of everything and you want to top it up and add a few more things down the road. I know it can be a little daunting to get everything all at once, but I gave you all the options that would work for you in a full case scenario. So you would have received color match reply like this. That's the simplest thing to look at. It's listed out everything from your highlight colors, your contours, offering a lip and cheek option, a few of them because you don't always just need one. And if you need a color corrector, some of my favorite must-haves, and brushes, everything that you need to get started. So two options for getting started. You can email me, we can have a discussion on the phone, we can discuss everything that you need, what you want, and I can build a cart for you and send that off to you, and you can edit it from there or just go in and put your credit card information in and send that off. If you want to take your time, go through it, kind of weigh out your options of which things you want, then you have full access to do it all on your own as well. So before you ever place an order for anything down the road, it's best to contact me first. That way I can let you know if there's any promo codes to take advantage of, if there's any special offers coming up or going on, and if there's a party link to use. So before you place an order, just reach out quick, email, I'm gonna place an order. I can send you a link and you can just go in and shop from there. So to get started, I will send you a link to the site. You'll go in down at the bottom here or at the drop down at the bottom and sign in using your username and password, most likely your email address and the password that I provided. And then we can just go through it step by step. I like to start at the front, choosing that first option being makeup, and then you've got highlights, contours, your lip and cheek. Going from there are illuminators, bronzers, setting powders, and just step by step like that, easiest way to do it. So starting with the makeup, clicking on your highlight, this will come up with all your different options. So highlight will be, if you've had a color corrector prescribed, it will be your brightening color and it'll be your main color. So those will be number 6 on your face chart here. It says color corrector and it says highlight. Sometimes the color corrector might be a lip and cheek or a contour. In most cases it is the highlight, and it will indicate there if it is a highlight, in which case it will be under that first category. So you'd choose that one, and then going to your main highlight and your brightening highlight, you will just kind of find them in there. So if I have matched you to, say, June, it's right here. You can probably go either way on that chart of colors here. If I've color matched you in the height of summer, you might be a little tanned, so chances are going into winter you might need to shade down a little bit, and I can always rematch you as seasons change as well. So don't feel like you've got to guess, because sometimes it's not just 1 or 2 bubbles up or down. Sometimes there's an odd color thrown in there that's not going to be your color. So once you've chosen your color corrector, if you need it, your main highlight and your brightening highlight, our next category would be your contour. 10 contours to choose from. Most likely I have given you one. That's up at the top, number 1. On occasion, I might give you two options, and there'd be a reason why. If I've given you two options and you don't know which one to choose and you only want one, you would choose the first one. Second one, it's always because you can go either way and it's your option of which one you want to take. And then you can go into your lip and cheek color. When you choose lip and cheek, there's going to be up here your satin, which is actually a very matte finish, a glossy, and a semi-gloss. So up by these headings, they will change the categories. So when I first started, I chose 3 lip and cheek colors. I wanted to jump right in. I knew I was gonna love this product, and just one color wasn't gonna do it for me. You might only need one or want to start with one. That's perfectly fine, but I knew I wanted a neutral. I knew I wanted Frenchy. It's one of our best sellers. It is my favorite. And I also wanted a pink tone. Your choice there of what you want to pick. I have probably given you some options based on what your reply came to me as, if you like pink tones, if you like neutrals. So it kind of narrows it down just a little bit. And then we go to the illuminators, and there are cream illuminators or powder illuminators. I usually will match you to a cream cream illuminator, because you are building a cream palette. So the cream illuminators are just a little less light reflective. The powder ones do have quite a bit more, I don't want to say sparkle, but shimmer or light reflective qualities to it. So if the cream isn't enough for you and you want to step it up a little bit, or you're just going into party season, then you can top it up with a powder illuminator. A few different ranges in there. They all work on a lot of skin tones, so it is personal preference, but you can always check back to your color match form, and illuminator is number 4. So then we just back out of that again, and the next category is your bronzers. So we now have 4 bronzers to choose from. Originally it was just Bella. Bella bronzer is my absolute favorite. It does work on all skin tones. However, if you are on the very pale side and you're a little afraid to do any bronzer, I may have prescribed the tan lines, which is not so dark or saturated. And if you are very tanned and you still want more of a bronze glow, there's Heat Wave on the other end of the spectrum. So 4 different bronzers to choose from, and that would be number 7 on your face chart. So these bronzers are cream bronzers again. There's no shimmer in them. So if you do want a shimmer in your bronzer, then I would recommend adding a illuminator beside that bronzer, mixing them together to get a nice shimmered bronze effect. And then a setting powder, there's only the one. If you get oily in your T-zone, or if you want to set under the eyes, if you've got fine lines or wrinkles, you would go ahead and add that setting powder. Keep in mind, the bronzer and the setting powder both come in a bundle with a brush. If you go into the category across the top here of collections, it's called, as it loads. So these are different collections that have been gathered together at special pricing. You'll get either the setting powder with the powder brush, or any of the color bronzers with the blush and bronzer brush. I highly, highly, highly recommend going with the collection if you want either the bronzer or the setting powder. It's almost like getting it for free. You're buying the brush and getting the makeup for just a few bucks. The brushes are the best out there. When I first tried this makeup, I didn't get the brushes. I had a lot of brushes. I figured, oh, mine aren't gonna work. The makeup went on so much better when I did get the proper brush for these cream-based products. And when you look at the brushes, yeah, you think $50, that's a lot of money for a brush. Well, it's got two ends on it. If you bought just this brush at Sephora or just this brush at wherever, you'd be paying more than $25 for each brush. You'd have to buy two brushes. Here we've got it on both on one handle, making it quick to use, easy, taking up less space. And they are just phenomenal brushes. They work so well with this makeup. So then I think that's everything on our face list. If you just take that step by step based off your color match form, then you should be covered with everything that you need. On the other side here, a few of my essentials. You do need a setting spray, whether or not you get it from SEINT or get it from a drugstore. You should really set with a setting spray. And just a few other things that are optional, some of my favorites to use, and you can go from there. So once you've got your cart loaded up and we use the drop down menu, you'll notice up across the top, it'll tell you that you've got a palette credit. Depending on how many tins you buy, you'll get dollars back towards any one of your palettes. So if you go back in and decide what size palette you want, find it, click it, put it in your cart. When you bring it up into the cart, it'll say on the very bottom that you've got the credit applied to it. When we go to check out, this is where we want to make sure that in the drop-down menu, after you've got your name, address, shipping instructions, before you check out, there's two drop-down menus, one for a promo code or one for a party link. You want to take advantage of one of those two options, and that's why you're going to check in with me before you place that order and see what works best at that time. So from there, your shipment will be packed and shipped to you directly from SEINT. You're paying them directly. You're not paying me. I'm not dealing with your credit card. The credit card information does not get saved on file anywhere. So whenever you need to place another order, have that handy. And if there's ever any problems with anything that comes in, the refund policy is amazing. You've got 30 full days for a full refund if this makeup doesn't work for you. If you have an allergic reaction to it, anything. If you don't like it, it goes back. You have 60 days to do a shade swap. So if we've color matched you slightly wrong, in most cases, it's only going to be a shade either way. I always recommend keeping that extra shade because if summer comes, you're going to want to go darker. If winter comes, you want to go lighter. And usually we're within that shade range anyway. Usually there's a range of about 3 that are going to work for you. But sometimes a lip and cheek is just not your color. It's not what you were thinking. Send it in and another one comes back to you, whatever your choice was. There's a form to fill out, and if that ever happens, just get in touch with me and I'll walk you through it, send you the link to where the form is, and it is as easy as that. So as your SEINT artist, I'm here every step of the way. I'm helping to color match you. I'm helping to resolve any issues that you have. If any questions come up along the way, something new, let me know. If you want more information on maybe some eyeshadows, what color is this really? I know those shades on the website are really hard to decipher sometimes, as well as the lip and cheek. They say gloss. Well, they look fully saturated when you're looking at that color on the site. So I can just swatch it on my arm, put it on my lips, whatever, send you a picture. You can see what it looks like. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for you. I'm not only your artist, I want to be your friend, so take advantage of it. Thanks, have a great day, and stay gorgeous.